Hello everyone and welcome back to Resonant Rise episode 8, and today I said I was going to be doing my sorting system and getting that off the ground, and unfortunately I didn't really manage to get it finished. I did start off the room and there is actually there's about a stack and a half of barrels in here currently. I also added some little detailing around here, so these are redstone inlays. They don't do anything currently for this. But I put some open block elevators in the middle so I can switch between the floors, and I've also started to add a bit of detailing around the area. So as you can see, I've got a nice path going around here. It currently cuts off here, but I can extend it and change it as I need to. Not finished, so it doesn't connect this building up, and this is a new building as well, so I've used the carpenter's slopes here, and I've also got a carpenter's door. And yeah, so this is what I did to this room. I added the steam dynamo not too long ago, so as you can see it's still turned on. It's currently just burnt a piece of coal. And then we have the pretty much all the thermal expansion machines that we're going to need at any point. So I've got them all here. There's a full stack of charcoal and a barrel of wood. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I've been getting up to between the episodes. But this episode, I actually decided I want to do something a little bit different rather than doing my sorting system. So I wanted to do something I haven't really done before, and that is actually focusing on Ars Magica. Now, I know I did start Ars Magica with this stuff, but this is not really the way you should start it. This is more a way to get to the calefactor, like the fastest way possible. So I'm going to do that. I need to gather a few resources up. And I'm also going to have to sleep through the night. As you can see, the sun is setting over there. So I'm going to gather all that together, and then I will see you in the daytime. Right, okay, so to get started, the first thing I want to do is to craft myself a crafting altar. Now, if you go into your arcane compendium, and you go down to here, you got structures, and you can see crafting altar at the top. And this is this structure here, and it's pretty simple to build. You need some magic ores, and some other stuff basically. And what the crafting altar does is you need to make it out of, as you can see, a specific material. Now there is a variety of materials and they are mentioned down below as well as on other pages. And the crafting altar consists of two separate things, which is one, the material it's made out of. So as you can see on this one, this is witchwood. And then the other one, which is these capstones, which are, say, blocks of iron here. There's also one down here. So each one of them has a different effect, and the effect is adds more to the spell that you can create. So as you can see, wood planks will add one effect, same as stone bricks. But if we go onto this page, you can see normal bricks will add a +2 effect. Witchwood +3, nether bricks +3, and nether quartz +3 as well. So we want to make it out of something that will have the most effects as we can. That saves us having to upgrade it later and possibly saving us wasting materials. There you go. And to finish off the altar, we're going to need a lectern, which is fairly simple to make. We're also going to need a lever, which is obviously fairly simple to make, and the crafting altar block, which, if you remember when I actually first started doing Ars Magica, this was a block I said you have to craft to be able to unlock things in the compendium, but you don't necessarily need it right now. Well, now you do. So there you go. If you kept all of that. I did notice something weird about this though. If you place it down, it's actually invisible. But as you can see from NEI at the top, Whaler, it is there, and you can see particle effects coming off it. So I don't know why that's doing that, but it is. But it should work anyway, so that's basically it. So there's the crafting altar. Right, okay, so the basics of getting started with Ars Magica spells is this block and this block here. So you should have created these already if you followed me along before. And it all starts with the Oculus, and when you look inside the Oculus you can see there are 3 tabs here, and then a tab here which you can't actually click. And it's got numbers. Now yours won't have this green one, it will probably be 0. So I've got 3 blue ones, 1 green one, and 0 red ones. And then we've got these 3 tabs which you can see: offensive, defensive, and utility. Now, obviously, they're kind of self-explanatory. Offensive are anything that can attack something. Defensive will be things such as heal and anything that can escape or push back or whatever. And utility are just spells that you can use for, you know, everyday sort of Minecrafting. And to get started, what I actually want to do is I want to create myself a dig spell. I think I'll go for touch and dig. And as you can see, I clicked both of these and I've gone down to 1. So these are skill points. So we've got blue skill points, green skill points, and red ones. And obviously, to unlock these as you go, you need the specific colour. So if I was to get down to this one, which I actually do have a skill point for, I would actually need to use a green skill point. The two things we've just landed in here, and a slot for a book and quill, which I have. And this is a search thing, so if I wanted to type in touch, it would bring up just the touch one, or dig would bring up just the dig one. All I need to do is drag in the components of the spell I want. So I want a touch spell, and I also want a dig spell. So there we go. And then that's the... You can add more components to this, but 2 components is the minimum you'll need. And then you can name it if you want. So dig 1. Let's call it dig 1. And then once you remove the book, it will turn it into dig 1 by Bytesauce. And there we go. Now, if we open up the book, you can see touch dig. So it's a touch spell that uses dig. And then it will require a certain amount of materials. And they are the components you need. Now, I need to go and grab them to be able to create the spell. So I'm going to get all that ready, and I will show you the process of creating the spell itself. Right, we're here at the crafting altar, and weirdly enough, my block in the middle has now got a texture to it. And I also realised that I've forgotten the stairs for the corners. So that should be the altar complete. And what we do is we get the book that we created, throw it down. Now, if this book turns red, it probably means that your crafting altar won't have enough effects for the spell to be created. So you're going to have to upgrade the crafting altar. But if it doesn't, then you are good to go. And what we can do to start the process is we throw in a blank rune. And as you can see, we'll start to get some pretty cool particle effects. And then the spell book is showing us what we need next. So the component we need next. Now this is Vintium dust. And you can pretty much just stand there with your inventory open and you can see the item. And we need a fish, piece of clay, orange rune, we need an iron shovel, iron pickaxe, and then finally to complete the spell, a spell parchment. And you'll get a cool little tune. And as you can see, the spell is on the floor. Run over, pick it up, and we've got our spell. Now the first time you use a spell, as you can see, it will open up this interface. You can rename the spell, so let's say touch dig, and then you can also pick a symbol to use. And escape out the thing, and as you can see, the item has changed. It's now called touch dig, and there is a mana cost of 10. A slightly weird interface. If I type in AMUI CFG, and that stands for Ars Magica User Interface Configuration. Hit enter, you'll see all the stuff starts to change, and you can move it about. So that's pretty much what you can do. Okay, so I'm down here in my mine, and to basically activate the spell, all you need to do is click it. So, right click would be a good idea. Now, as you can hear, there's a little noise occurred. And I've actually gone up a level, so if you look above my normal level, there's now a number 2. If I hit the spell again, and now number 3. And the other thing is, I've got 2 bars on my bottom left of the screen and bottom right of the screen. And on the bottom right of the screen, which is the blue bar, as you can see, there is a small moon, which, there we go, I found the key. It's the minus key. So as you see, the blue bar on the left, if I hit the minus key, the little moon changes from a half moon to a crescent moon. And this is your casting mode. Now, the casting mode will depend on what you can mine. So, or it'll do different things for each spell, obviously. So if I open up my inventory, as you can see, the mana cost for this is 2.5. Now if I change the casting mode, the mana cost is now 10. So it increases the mana cost, but if we go into the lower mode and we try and mine, say, cinnabar ore, it doesn't work. Now hopefully in the higher mode, it should do. Now the bar on the bottom left is your burnout bar. Now what happens is if I keep casting a spell, as you can see, it will build up. And what this is doing is, if I open my inventory, it's increasing the cost of the spell. So the more it builds up, the more the cost of the spell is, and that way obviously you're going to burn out the mana faster. Right, so I've been digging a while, and as you can see, I am now level 12 in my Ars Magica. I do need to align that a bit, but I can do that. And once you've done that, you've finished digging for a bit and you're getting a bit bored. What can you do next? Well, luckily, as you level up, you gain extra of the blue skill points. So I believe it's 1 in every 2 levels. So as you can see, I'm level 12 and I've gained 6 skill points. I obviously have 7 because I didn't spend one of them. So I started with 3, spent 2 of them, and left 1 left and gained another 6. Right, I've been casting spells for a bit, and I've managed to get myself to level 15 in the mana level. And what happens at level 15 is, as you can see from my guide, I gain another little tab here. When I click on the tab, this page shows up, and at the top of the page is a Water Guardian. Now, a Water Guardian is one of the ways you can gain blue skill points, and I'll show you how, and I'll also actually go and fight one of these. But first I need to fit all the requirements for it to actually be able to be spawned. Now, you can read through this quickly, but basically the main thing you need to do is you need to create a redstone inlay circle in any biome that is predominantly water. So that's things like oceans and wet biomes basically. And then when it's raining, you need to throw a boat and a bucket of water into the inlay circle, and as a homage to the many ships lost at sea, and then the boss will spawn. So first thing I'm going to do is, what I've forgotten, is the redstone inlay. So I'm going to grab one of them quickly. So I've grabbed the inlay, and now I want to find myself a biome that is predominantly water. Now what I'm thinking is a river biome should probably be suitable, so to find one of them, obviously I've got a few rivers around, and I'm going to run around and jump in the water until F3 says I'm in a river. Okay, so I'm going to build a platform in this river biome to fight the Guardian. It's just a simple platform, basically a square with a couple of walls, and that's basically it. So I'm going to build that out there. It's going to be a bit difficult to get out there, but I'll do it, and I'll come back once I've built it, and then we can summon the Guardian and hopefully kill it. Hopefully. Okay, so we're going to test the river biome. I've put the inlay down. As you can see, it's all the inlay is in the river biome. Some parts of this are actually heathland, but that doesn't make a difference, providing the place where you summon it is in the wet biome. I'm not entirely sure whether a river biome works, but I'm actually going to have to wait until it rains anyway, so I guess the only way to do that is basically to wait. Well, we finally got there. It's finally raining. Must have been stood here a couple of days. I did go back to my base to drop off some stuff, and now I have a hole, so I'm gonna have to grab some stuff first, and hopefully I can do this before it stops raining. Right, let's test the river. So there's the water bucket, and there is the boat, and there's the Guardian. Right, let's get attacking it. Ooh. Ow, that hurts a lot. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Wow. Okay, I guess blocking myself in was a bit of a silly idea, because it seemed to just annihilate me. So this time I don't know what I'm going to do, but I've built half of my armor, and hopefully I can get a bit more damage on this without it managing to damage me. Oh, there we go. Whoa! Oh god. It's not very happy. Ow. Oh, ow. Run away. Oh, I'm in water. Right, I'm going to hopefully kill this. Possibly very slowly, so I'll come back when I get close. I don't know what happened, but now there's 2 of them. Haha! Killed it! Although I'm pretty sure... Oh no, I've got a grave here. I was going to say I'm pretty sure all my stuff's gone, but no, it turns out it's in the grave. Now, as you can see, the monster itself drops a couple of items. One is the water essence, so obviously it's a water guardian, water essence. And the other one is this blue orb. And this is a blue affinity orb. And I'll show you what it does when I get back to my base, because I'll need to click on the Oculus and I'll show you it then. Okay, got all my junk back and I've returned home. It's actually still raining, which is kind of cool. Now, as you can see up here, I've got 5 blue skill points. So if I hold the infinity orb in my hand, give it a click, you'll see you have gained a blue skill point. Click on here, and we now have 6. So that's just another way of actually gaining the skill points rather than leveling, because leveling becomes too slow to actually gain enough to do anything. Also, I believe you can only actually gather blue skill points from leveling, so you need to kill different types of guardians to get your green ones and your red ones. But that's about it for episode 8 of Resonant Rise. Between episodes I'm going to be probably leveling up my spells, my Ars Magica level. I'm also going to be creating new spells, and I will definitely finish off the sorting room ready for next episode to actually build the full system. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you later.